for AGWSR, Bo Gravik Orlane Avis. For Jesup, Carter Littlefield. At 120 for Denver, Brooks Meyer. AGWSR, Trey Ashbrook. For Jesup, Brady Wilson. At 126, Denver, Jacob Moore. AGWSR, Jaden Bowles. For Jesup, Ethan Avernick. At 132, for Denver, Isaac Schimmel. For AGWSR, Zach Johnson. For Jesup, Jared Zaleski.
This is the Jayhawk Sports Network.
At 138,
Parkland Technology.
Gable Lewis for Denver. Trinity Rogers, AGWSR. Jared Delaverdale for Jesup. At 145, Brody Shover for Denver. AGWSR is open. Chris Vandenberg for Jesup. At 152, Ben Folksy for Denver. Ben Broom for AGWSR. Parente. Isaac Kruger for Jesup. At 160, John Ebal from Denver. Brody Roeder from AGWSR. Keaton Roscovius for Jesup. At 170, Brennan Graver for Denver. Daniel Arkerson, AGWSR. Bryce Glider for Jesup. At 182, Nathan Inga for Denver. Jacob Haley for AGWSR. Jesup is open. At 195 for Denver, Trevor Dorn. For AGWSR, Jared Granzow. Jesup is open. At 220, Luke Kopke for Denver. AGWSR and Jesup are open. At 285, Henry Webeck for Denver. Tate Miller for AGWSR. And Jesup is open. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we honor our nation and flag while paying respect to our men and women in uniform around the world who protect our liberties and way of life with the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome to Jesup High School Athletics in the Jayhawk Sports Network tonight as we have high school wrestling, a triangular if you will. It'll be a double duel as Jesup will be the first ones out, coming up at 113 pounds. AGWSR facing off against the Jesup Jayhawks on their home mat, on the orange and black mat, as that'll be coming up again at 113 pounds. Denver in town as well. The next meet that you will see tonight will be Denver AGWSR. We'll also sprinkle in a very impressive girls lineup that Denver has for girls wrestling to complement their boys team. And then at the end of the night, it'll be Jesup and Denver that'll take to the circle. As you see right there, mid-circle, Jesup captains and AGWSR gathering, meeting the officials, and we will start things off here again very shortly. I'm Nate Clayberg, Anthony Baugh, on-site producer, and Eric Clark running camera tonight as we have high school wrestling. And we'll be back here again, I believe, next Thursday for more high school wrestling. As high school wrestling will be against AP in South Hardin. That'll be again 1 week from tonight. End of the semester is tomorrow, and high school boys and girls basketball scheduled to go up to Wapsie Valley. We'll see what the weather does there, as well as middle school basketball is supposed to be home with BMAP. Tonight, boys and girls basketball, a makeup from last Friday when there was the threat of snow. They're over at LaPorte City tonight to face Union. And that game should be tipping off here very shortly down in LaPorte City. We will get some updates along the way, see how that game is progressing. Jesup girls getting a 20-point win the other night. We had that for you right here on the broadcast as they beat Sumner Fredericksburg, and the boys losing a tough one to the Cougars as well that night. See how they can come back and play the second game of the week tonight and see if they can maybe get it in tomorrow night. You look ahead to the weekend, high school wrestling scheduled to go on the road to the Hudson tournament. Freshman boys and girls, or boys basketball, going to be taking on Indy and Dunkerton. And the Jesup Speech Showcase was scheduled for 6:30 on Saturday night. We'll see again what the weather does for that here in the Cedar Valley. Again, you're listening to Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology, and as usual is the case, wrestling is one of those sports that just kind of runs when it wants to run. Starting times, things like that, who's going in and out, but that's the way it's been for generations. As down below here for Jesup, as they're trying to work through and get things lined up. Head coach Matt Gross in his first year, assisted by Aaron Schutte and Alex Warm. Managers Jaron Lloyd, Rylan Delagardelle, Kylie McMurrin. Tiffany Bean is the cheer coach that's come on to assist that program. And on the mat, on the sidelines, cheerleaders Kennedy Galpin, Abby Hansen, Lexi Cavalier, Jayla Lichty, and Paige Stickler. Cheerleaders for the Jayhawks. All right, we are set to go. 113 pounds. Jesup with the green band, orange singlets, the blue trim. AGWSR come out in the blue and silver singlets, the red band on their right side. Jesup scooting in there with Carter Littlefield. Actually, as we look down on the mat, it's a JV competition, exhibition. Chris Vanderberg of Jesup, Gene Griffin Eichhoff, AGWSR. And always interesting doing these matches blind, of not knowing who's out there. Hard to tell with their headsets on, headgear on. Official will stop it. Put Griffin Eichhoff in the down position, 57.5 seconds to go. Quickly trying to jump up. Vandenberg will hold him down. Vandenberg with that 2-point advantage. Jesup, as we get into varsity, looks to be only 4 open weights. 120, 182, 195, 220, 285. Coach Schutte yelling out to Chris. Keep moving, keep rolling through. He's going to release him. I don't know if he thought the clock was done. But Griffin Eickhoff holding his base well as the clock will sound in that period. Choice of Jesup. And we'll have Eickhoff or Vandenberg take down as we start the second period. Fresh 2 minutes up on the clock. And right away, gets out, gets the escape, gets the reversal. The 2 points in the reversal, put him up 4-0. And Eickhoff just belly down. Trying to control that head. Surprise official starts encouraging Eickhoff down below to fight a little bit more, but as you say that, Vandenberg, he's rolling that shoulder, tuck that arm in. We're going to see some near fall points, if not a pin. 50 seconds to go in the second period. Barring that arm nice, perpendicular to him, driving his hips. Shoulder to shoulder. Eickhoff struggling as he tries to lean that leg a little bit more. But there goes Vandenberg. Pulls that arm out and is wore down Eickhoff. Eickhoff a quick reaction trying to flip out and not going to happen. 3 minutes and 35 seconds. That is a win in this JV competition for Chris Vandenberg of Jesup.
106 pounds. 113, I'm sorry.
And we will begin our varsity competition here again very shortly.
For AGWSR. Carter Littlefield.
And then Carter Littlefield, he'll make his way out here, be the first wrestler to hit the mat for the Jayhawks in the varsity end. Carter Littlefield and Lane Abbas. Abbas, AGWSR. Quick on the start off. And there's Littlefield going in quick for the dive, takes a takedown. Does put Abbas to his back. And Abbas will roll to his belly. 2 point takedown as you see Carter Littlefield. Really trying to work that head. Right that wrestler. And Abbas going to get caught in that bar arm across the face. And really spinning him up. Great work by Littlefield. Littlefield, one of the seniors on this squad, along with Isaac Kruger and Keaton Roscovius. And there's the pin. 59 seconds is what that took for Jesup to get 16 points up on the board. 113 pounds. Again, Carter Littlefield with a win over Lane Abbas. Get the wrestlers checked in down below.
For AGWSR at 120, Trey Lashbrook. For the Jayhawks, Brady Wilson.
Brady Wilson getting a chance to come out here at 120 pounds. Jesup wrestler Trey Lashbrook. And there's the 2 points. Credit that to Trey Lashbrook. Appears to be 42-6 on the season. Looking back last year, ended up in 3rd place in the high school state championships. Class 1A at 120 pounds. He won the district, won the sectional, 3rd place in the Nickel Conference meet. Won the Cougar Invite as well as the Jesup varsity tournament a year ago. Brady Wilson, belly down. And see what the experience will happen here for Trey Lashbrook. And like we said, a 3rd place finish for him at state last year. We're going to see some definite near fall points taking place here. 44 seconds to go on that clock. Brady trying to pull that arm off, and he will come back to his base, give up the 3 near fall. Lashbrook again working towards that cradle, but there goes Wilson. Kick back to his base, go down to his seat. He's trying to roll in. Hanging on tight to that leg of Lashbrook. Under 6 seconds to go. Working towards the outside of that ring. And I'm sure Wilson's eyeing that. Won't see a whistle for out. Period will end. We'll go back to the middle, start him again. It'll be the choice of Trey Lashbrook. And he wants to stay neutral. Quick kid, Lashbrook. Bound about that mat. Holding that arm, again driving forward. And you see Wilson just really trying to hold his base there on his feet. But Lashbrook pulls out one leg, goes for the hip check, finds him down. There's another 2 points. 9-0. Almost halfway through this match. Wilson gets turned onto his back. I thought he could roll right through it. But Lashbrook right there ready for it. And he will release. He'll release a little bit on Wilson. But there comes that bar arm. And Brady Wilson, sure giving up some weight here. He listed wrestling 106 pounds and a senior on this squad as well. But you've got some experience here. Again, 3rd place in the state last year in Class 1A. Trey Lashbrook, AGWSR. Earning some more points, 12-0. He's playing a game with him almost, it seems like. 33 seconds to go. And Wilson actually doing a good job at just preventing that pin. And Lashbrook's going to move around counterclockwise. And there he'll catch Wilson up with his neck up. Squeezes that arm in tight. That right blade is down, and Wilson again back and forth on it. 5 seconds to go. And Wilson will turn through, and we will see 3 near fall, making it 15-0. At the end of the 2nd period. Technical fall. Give credit to Trey Lashbrook. 5 points for AGWSR, 6 for Jesup. As we'll move down to 126.
At 126 for AGWSR, Jaden Bowles. For Jesup, Ethan Elfering.
Ethan Alferink, freshman, gets a chance to come in here at 126. Jaden Bowles for AGWSR. And Alfering got caught up in that situation, and it took 13 seconds for the pin to complete. Jaden Bowles takes the Cougars into the driver's seat as far as the team score, making 11-6 right now after that quick pin. Not sure Ethan even broke a sweat out there, or Jaden either, for as quick as they were out there. £132. We will move in
at 132 for AGWSR,
to the circle.
Zach Johnson.
So Zach Johnson, AGWSR,
and
Jarrett Selesky, a sophomore, will come out there. Zach Johnson having a 25-32 season last year. Second place at sectionals, fourth place at districts. Ended up winning the Cougar Invite. Also a JV tournament last year as a first place when as a freshman. Already has 18 pins on the year. Jarrett Selesky. And Johnson again. Still waiting to see on that takedown, and that will finally get awarded on the scoreboard for Zach Johnson. Coming up 138, Jared Delagardelle set to come out, and we will see Selesky find his way to the black part of that mat. 106 to go. Back to the metal. An escape point given to Selesky, it looks like. So put them both neutral, and a quick shoot in for Johnson. And there's the 2-point takedown as Selesky will have to go belly down. He's trying to find his way in that blue circle. There's Johnson pulling that left arm tight, and he'll turn the hips. Selesky caught on his back, and that's another pin. 2 in a row for AGWSR. That took minute 41, or minute 21. Officials out.
At 138
checking the mat.
pounds, AGWSR's Trinity Rogers receives a forfeit.
So forfeit on the mat. Trinity Rogers at 138. So that extends the team score even more, 23-6, advantage AGWSR.
At 145, Jessup, Jared Delagardelle.
145 will move up from his regular weight class, it looks like, as Chris Vandenberg, who wrestled in an exhibition or JV style match prior to the varsity, has already wrestled tonight. But Jared Delagardelle receives a forfeit, making it 23-12.
At 152
and then Isaac
pounds,
Kruger will come out
Ben Puente.
at 152 pounds against Ben Puente Morales.
Isaac Kruger.
Isaac Kruger on the year. 20 pins, 25 and 11. At Starmont before the break, end up in first place there at 152. Second place at the O-Line Invite. The Jesup varsity tournament, first place in his weight class. Last year, third place in sectionals and third place in the conference tournament. Kruger and Puente Morales. And Kruger's rocking him high. 30 seconds exhausted off the clock in the first period. And Kruger needs to reposition. A little more leverage. You see 3 near fall points given as he has to release him. Moving closer to that far side of the circle. Group of Ironhawks in the gym tonight, cheering on the wrestlers, and they see Isaac Kruger get a pin. He flips up on his feet. That took 1 minute and 3.6 seconds. Credit Isaac Kruger, nice pin for him tonight. At 152 pounds, again 104 was the time there over Ben Puente Morales. 160 pounds, Keaton Roscovius. He'll make his way out there.
For AGWSR, 160, Eli Brandt.
AGWSR.
Keaton Roscovius.
Then that team advantage, as you see on the screen, 23-18. Eli Brandt, AGWSR. 22 pins on the year for Roscovius. 1 tech fall. And a quick takedown, and we're hoping for some near ball points right on the edge of that boundary. Official counting it off. 136 down. Roscovius will get pulled out. Keaton did end up with the first place at 160 in the Starmont Doug Gelford tournament. Third place at Olwine. First place here at home in the tournament, December the 7th. Last year, finished the sectional in 4th place and 4th place in the conference season. Keaton Roscovius at 160 against Eli Brandt, AGWSR. 7-1. Quick points stacked up for Keaton. Takedown, 3 near fall, another takedown, and he'll roll Brandt to his backside. Really has maintained some control and hard to keep Eli Brandt at bay as the official will sound the slap. That took 58 seconds. And Jesup will regain the lead on the team score. This is the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology. I'm Nate Claiborne. Join up here tonight, Anthony Baugh on the Magical Suitcase running things, and Eric Clark over on camera.
Brody Roeder.
You're following on Facebook Live, on our YouTube channel, or on local cable channel 400. A lot of people joining in tonight. Appreciate you joining us. As 170 pounds. Quick 2 points. Going up for Brody Roeder and Bryce Glider on the mat. And Bryce getting caught in that arm bar. Brent Roeder. Looking at last season, finished 6th place in the sectional 3 in Class 1A, 5th place in the nickel tournament. And Glider, the neck tucked under. He's pinned in 50 seconds. In 50 seconds. It was 24-23. Changed that to 29-24 with that 6 points earned by Brody Roeder, 170. Coming up at 182.
Daniel Erickson for AGWSR receives the forfeit.
Erickson will get the forfeit. Take that team score 35-24. Daniel Erickson.
At 195, Jacob Haley for AGWSR.
195, we'll see another open slot there for the Jessup Jayhawks. And head coach Matt Gross Jacob Haley receiving those points.
At 220, Jared Granzow, AGWSR, receives a forfeit.
220 pounds, another forfeit there. We'll see that again here at 285. Jared Granzow.
At 285, Tate Miller for AGWSR receives a forfeit.
So Tate Miller, AGWSR, forfeit there as well. And we've got a 106-pound match that will come up here. That'll be the last one. We did start at 113.
At 106
Tate Miller again getting the win by forfeit.
For Jesup, Steele
And Steele
Robinson.
Rawson get a chance to come out and compete tonight. Steele, a sophomore out there, facing Allie Gerbach. And Allie, pretty good female wrestler for the Cougars, drives in quick to Steele. She's quick. Last year, finished as first place in the 2019 Female Elite Wrestling Championship. And she will get the quick pin over Steele Rolfson in about 18 seconds. She was able to be in sixth place last year in the conference meet, second place at sectionals, fourth place in district action. And Jesup and AGWSR will shake hands across the mat. Recap the scoring here quickly ahead of AGWSR, getting a little break before the Denver Cyclones will make their way out to the floor. And then following that second meet, Jesup and Denver will compete. Recapping the score, Jesup losing to AGWSR in the dual meet tonight, 53-24. As the scoring went, we started 113 pounds. Carter Littlefield beating Elaine Abbas in a fall of 48 seconds. Trey Lashbrook of AGWSR over Brady Wilson in a tech fall, 15-0. 4 minutes is what that took. 126, Jaden Bowles over Ethan Alpering. 13-second fall for Bowles. Zach Johnson at 132. Win by fall in 121 over Jarrett Selesky for the Jayhawks. Trinity Rogers receives a forfeit at 138. Jared Dellar-Gardell, forfeit at 145 for him. Isaac Kruger, beautiful pin in 1 minute 4 seconds over Ben Puente Morales from AGWSR. 160, Keaton Roscovius over Eli Brandt, pin of 58 seconds. In for Jessup's Bryce Kleider, rough night for him at 170. Brody Roeder pinning him in 50 seconds. Daniel Erickson, forfeit win at 182. Jacob Haley at 195. Jared Granzow at 220. And Tate Miller at AGWSR at 285. And then we had the last match, Steele Rolfson versus Allie Gerbach. That pin came relatively quickly. As that was completed in just 18 seconds. Team score, correct team score, 59-24. We had no match during that meet go the full 3 minute or full 3 periods. We'll go to the mats. Ironhawk, Future Wrestling on the floor.
Beckham Walsoni, Landon Bergman, Gavin Even, Logan Kervonic, Matthias Menching, Jonah Neiman, Gable Welzine, Adrian Casillas, Alexa Casillas, Jensen DeMuth, Brady DeSosa, Mason Jungi, Liam Magnuson, Caden Pine, Oliver Ray, Gable Reniker, Parker Shares, Max Bain, Easton Bergman, Declan True, Bonden Von Ree, Gunnar Vogel, Hunter Weber, Jameson DeMuth, Ethan Reed, Max Solly, Gavin Bell, Andrew Devlin, Max DeVore, and J.D. Sadler. Our volunteer coaches are Joe Sadler, Josh Devlin, Adam DeMuth, Paul Ray, Casey Shares, Noah Jungi, Tyler DeSosa, Nate Rodima, and Clint Bell. Please join me in congratulating these young wrestlers and their coaches for all their hard work. Thank you, guys.
Cool honor there for the future of the Jayhawk wrestling squad, the Iron Hawks. All those boys and girls out there and their volunteer coaches and parents in the room with them throughout the week and on the weekends. We will step away from the microphone and we will have for you AGWSR in Denver. That'll be coming up. No commentary, but we'll have the microphone up on the PA so you can follow that along right here on the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology.
Denver, Max Schwank. And for AGWSR, Colton Richmond. Cooper South for Denver, and Griffin Eckhoff for AGWSR. AGWSR will be the home team for this meet. We'll be starting at 1:20 and we'll start the wrestling meet at 7:33. 120-pounders, please report. At 120 pounds for the Denver Cyclones, Brooks Meyer. For AGWSR, Trey Lashbrook.
Yes. One time. Red.
At 126 pounds, for Denver, Jacob Moore. At 132 for Denver, Isaac Schimmel. For AGWSR, Zach Johnson.
Elevate that knee! Elevate that knee! Keep elevating that knee! He'll go! Keep reaching! Keep reaching! Go again! Keep that knee high! Keep that knee high! Hey, that's good. That's good, John.
At 145, Brody Shover received a forfeit from Denver. For Denver, at 152, Ben Folsky. For AGWSR, Ben Duante.
I guess he's done.
At 160 for Denver, John Ebaugh. For AGWSR, Eli Brand. For Denver, Brennan Graber. For AGWSR, Daniel Ackerson.
Hands inside. Inside. Move your feet. Hands inside. Hands
At 182 pounds for Denver, Nathan Agana. For AGWSR, Jacob Haley. At 195 for Denver, Trevor Dorn. For AGWSR, Jared Granzow. At 220, Luke Kepke from Denver receives a forfeit. At 285 for Denver, Henry Weebeck. For AGWSR, Tate Miller. At 106 pounds for Denver, Rhett Bonnet. For AGWSR, Ali Jesup. For the Denver Cyclones at 113, Joe Emo. For AGWSR, Bo Jesup. final match will begin probably very close to 8:30.
This is the Jayhawk Sports Network, powered by Heartland Technology.
This is the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology as we are set for high school wrestling to continue tonight. The third dual meet of the evening of the triangular. First one had Jesup face off against AGWSR. That got going about 6:30 or so. How that ended up, Jesup losing that one 59-24. Did have Carter Littlefield at 113 get a pin. Jared Delagardelle had a default win by a forfeit at 145. Isaac Kruger from Jesup had a fall in 104 over Ben Puente Morales at 152. Keaton Roscavia at 160. Beat Eli Brandt in 58 seconds. And that was the success for Jesup. Hard to compete when you give up the openings you have. And 182, 195, 220, 285, as well as 138. right now, 126 pounds. Ethan Alferink facing off against Jacob Moore out of Denver. Again, 126 pounds is where we're starting off this meet. Alferink last time out. Last time out, going down in a fall of 13 seconds to Jaden Bowles. Trying to survive a little longer here. And there's the pin. 59 seconds. Alferink will go down with that loss to Jacob Moore out of Denver. And Moore coming in with about 15 pins on the year. Last year competed
at 132 for Denver, Isaac Schimmels.
Looks like over in Indiana. He's moved to the area to compete as a Cyclone. Action strike down. .132 pounds. Jarrett Zaleski at Jesup. Isaac Schimmels, Denver. Schimmels, fireman carry, put him down in the circle, brings him right back to the middle. Last year in the state championships, did not place, did compete at 126. Second place in districts and first in sectionals, and gets the quick victory there by fall. So Isaac Schimmels over Jarrett Zaleski at 132 pounds. Denver and Jesup tonight. We'll see a forfeit come at 138.
Gabe
Lewis
from
Denver again at 138 makes that team score quickly 18-0. He was a sixth place finisher last year in 1A at 132. Denver also the squad that competed in the state duels. Jared Delagardelle and Brody Shover. Looking at Shover's stats for the season and a history. Fourth at the Flanagan tournament. Did not compete at the state tournament last year. And Brody Shover. Junior with Delagardelle, a junior. The advantage right now, as you see, 2-0. Looking at the season, Starmont finished in second in that tournament. Olwine went second at place as well. Here at home in the Jesup tournament, first place as well as over at BGM. Last year fourth at districts and second in the sectional in 1A and finished third place in the conference. Delagardelle fighting, they're gonna go, look like they were out of bounds to stay within that circle. 30 seconds to go, first period. Stover is fighting Delagardelle. They'll finally go out of bounds. Official will start him up again. Handable color tie-up, 10 seconds to go. The escape point to Stover, or Shover. Just finished out that first period. Official goes to green. Delagardelle Going to defer it over to Denver. So Brody Shover will take down on this. 1 point disadvantage right now. Head coach of Jayhawks, first year Matt Gross. Head coaches for Denver, Jared Pickett. And Shover going belly down, trying to keep those hips up. Digging in with the feet. Here comes Shover. Back to his base, and Della Gardell working that right side. And Shover's going to spin out. Tied up at 2. There was not a single match that went to full 3 periods when Jesup faced AGWSR. A lot of pins, 1 technical fall, the rest were forfeits. Shover again, very spry. Goes the knee and up, trying to juke Della Gardell down. Jared's going to keep driving towards those hips on Shover as they work the right side of that mat. Jesup in their blue singlets, or actually orange singlets with a blue trim. And the Cyclones in their black singlets with the maroon and gold trim logo. Thanks for joining us tonight on the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology. I'm Nate Claberg, Anthony Baugh, our on-site producer Eric Clark on camera tonight. We'll have wrestling again next Thursday on JSN. Girls getting a victory tonight against Union. And the boys, last check, second quarter, were down by a basket. Work outside that line. Della Gardell comes out of bounds along with his opponent. They'll bring him back to the middle. There's the sound of the horn. That'll end the second period. Start that third. Tied at 2, and Della Gardell looking to peel off that opponent and face in, and he does. There it goes, 2-point reversal. Pulls it through. Advantage Della Gardell, 4-2. Pulling that left arm underneath. Shover a little shaken. He's going to seat out and escape. Mandible color tie-up. Denver bringing quite a crowd down here tonight. Watch their Cyclone wrestling team. Jayhawks strong in the stands as well. Della to one knee. Tries to pull through on that head, but slips out. Della Gardell, 2-point reversal again for him. Under a minute. Jesup looking for their first win in this meet. Della Gardell questioned the official on the caution stop. Shover will take the down position. Della Gardell comes into cover. Shover sitting out. Looking to try and escape as he's done once before. Jared driving 43 seconds. Pushing that right arm down, getting that shoulder down, bar that neck. Shover just seems to be so close to just slipping out. And Della Gardell is finally going to release it. Give him the escape point, 6-4. Both on their feet with 20 seconds to go. Shover a takedown away from tying it up. Gardell is going to buy his time. Surely wrestling conservative. Under 6 seconds. And he's going to get loose. course, there's 2-point advantage for Jared Delagardelle. He will get the victory tonight for the Jayhawks. Credit to Fight for that junior wrestler. So advantage to Delagardelle. Will put that score now at 18-3 as we move to 152 pounds.
At 152 pounds for Denver.
Kruger will make his way out
for
the
Jesup.
Jayhawks.
Isaac Kruger.
And a Denver coming in. Last year, 3rd place in the conference, 4th place in the sectional. 1st place at the Flanagan 2020. This Denver squad also competed in the Battle of Waterloo over at Young Arena. Hannibal collar tie, both boys on their feet. Good for the release. And up at Starmont, Kruger had that 1st place in that tournament. 2nd at O-line, 1st year at home in that tournament, 4th last year in the nickel, and finished 3rd in the sectional number 6 last year. And Kruger gets caught and stuck in 49 seconds. Kruger did have the win over Ben Puente Morales in a fall of 104 when they faced AGWSR earlier this evening. Did get a score in from Union. Looks like right now in the 2nd quarter, Union leading Jesup 28-25. Boys basketball.
160 pounds for
Boys
Denver.
basketball winning tonight 40-30.
For Jesup.
To make up from last Friday. Boys, girls supposed to head up to Wapsie Valley tomorrow. See what Mother Nature allows. Denver again the advantage right now on Jesup 24-3. Keaton Roscovius and John Ebaugh for the Cyclones. Ebaugh 1st in his sectional last year, 3rd place in his district, and 1st place champion at the NICL conference meet as well. Roscovius and Ebaugh will stay on their feet. Keaton, 1st place finisher at Starmont. Also here in the Jesup tournament. 4th in the sectional, and there's Roscovius. Still looking to try and get the takedown. Has not been awarded yet. And Keaton's going to hold his legs out. Belly down, rolls through. Still fighting to see who's going to get that takedown. Who's going to let go? Who's going to release? Keaton hangs on. Is Keaton going to face out? He will. There's the 2-point takedown. Belly down. I think a coach finally said, just release. He's going to wear himself out just fighting it out. Gains some composure, gets his base. Looking at John Ebaugh. Senior on this Denver team. Across the neck hold. We're looking at maybe, should be 3 near fall points. As they'll reach, they're going to give him 3 on that. Put him up 5-0 as we close out the 1st period here very shortly. Going to get caught on his back, and there goes Roscovius. He's going to have to face down again, but in the meantime, 2 near fall points. 7-0. Keaton Roscovius. Keaton a senior, Ebaugh a senior. Against AGWSR. Keaton did get the win over Eli Brandt in a fall of 58 seconds. optimism or where he was at in his position close to getting that takedown, and things quickly changed. You got some energy for Ebaugh. Keaton eyeing maybe that boundary here with a minute and a half to go, second period. Keaton trying to find himself as he's hoping to get a chance to go back to the middle, but that is not what Ebaugh is thinking. Keeps him inside the orange circle. Under a minute, first period, second period actually. You see that score. You get a takedown, you got 3 near falls, you got another 2 on a near fall point. Takedown for Ebaugh. Get him where he's at now, 30 seconds to go. And there's a quick turn. Got that wing in, flipped him over. That right shoulder's down. That official is down on his belly looking. And there it is. 3 minutes and 47.7 seconds. And we will see Bryce Glider come in here at 170 pounds. That fall in 3 minutes, 38 seconds. Team score 30-3. Advantage Denver. This is the Jayhawk Sports Network for Heartland Technology. Thanks for joining us tonight. High school wrestling.
For Jesup, Bryce
Earlier this week, we were
Glider.
on Tuesday night. Boys losing to Sumner Fred. Girls picked up the win. Girls got the win at Union tonight. The boys still trying to match them up, see what they can do down there. So watch that score as the glider comes in against Brennan Graber. And Graber stretching it out. Graber, a 4th place finisher in 182 in Class 1A Sectional 2 last year. 5th place in the NICL meet. Bryce, a junior, getting some varsity time here as he's going to get flung near that boundary. Still is not released. And Bryce will get rocked up. We still have not seen. There's the 2-point takedown as Glider has to release, and he's trying to find a handle to roll out of that. But give credit to Graber. He is just positioned. He's positioned Glider. He just cannot. He can't get that arm over to turn, but he does get a 2-point reversal after a 3-point near fall. 1-point escape, rather, on the 3-point. Make it 5-1. And Graber quickly. Hips out, legs out. Not allowing Glider for that 2-point. For that takedown on the double leg. Hannibal color tie-up, last 20 seconds. First period. We've only had one match go the full 3 periods. This meet against Denver and Jesup had neither team go the full way against AGWSR. And Glider will get caught in the fall right before the end of the first period in 1 minute and 57 seconds. Brennan Graber at 170 gets the victory there. Moves it to 36-3. 182 pounds. We're going to see forfeits coming through here.
At 182 pounds, Nathan Egena for Denver receives
Through
a
82
forfeit.
through 95, through 220, through 285. So for 24 points quickly up on the board for Denver. As Dorn will
At
come out,
195 for
raise his
Denver,
hand
Trevor
after
Dorn
Nathan Egena at
receives a
182
forfeit.
received that. Trevor Dorn at 195.
At
220, Denver
Luke Kepke
can
for
occupy
Denver
that
receives a
slot
forfeit.
on their list. Luke Kepke at 220.
At 285 pounds, Henry Weeback from Denver.
Going heavyweight
receives a
now.
forfeit.
Big boy not wrestling tonight. Luke Kepke. Henry Wybecki looked like he went ahead for the win by default, or forfeit, if you will. And that takes us to the lighter weights at 106. Steele Rolfson making his way out, the sophomore wrestler.
At 106 pounds,
Against
for
Rhett
Denver,
Bonnet.
Rhett Bonnet.
Rhett
For
Bonnet.
Jesup, Steele Rollison.
So Bonnet, JV wrestler last year. Looks like he was able to compete in the state duels with his squad. And there's Steele. 2-point takedown. Trying to get on his feet, trying to escape, trying to turn in against his opponent. Does find that way against Bonnet. 1 point for him, but he's going to roll. 2-point takedown, rolls through it. And Bonnet pulling that arm, pulling that wing. And there's Cree, and there's Steele, turning into it. 2-point reversal. We will stop the clock at 125 with an injury timeout. Blood on the mat. Looks like some blood on Bonnet. So they get him cleaned up. So got cut up in his mouth. Jesup right now looking to build on the only win they've had tonight, at least in this meet. Jarrett Delagardelle over Brody Shover. That was a decision 8-4. Let's go back to what took place earlier in the very first one that we saw about 6:30 tonight when that got underway with Jesup and AGWSR. At 106, Gerbach over Rollison. Littlefield at 113 gets a win for Jesup by fall over Lane Abbas. Brady Wilson loses by a tech fall 15-0 in 4 minutes to Trey Lashford at 120. 126, Jaden Bowles over Ethan Alfarink. 13-second fall there. Zach Johnson for the Cougars over Jarrett Zaleski in a fall of 121. Trinity Rogers gets the forfeit at 138. Jared Delagardelle forfeit at 145. Isaac Kruger pin over Ben Puente Morales. 104 is the time there at 152. Keaton Roscovius at 160. Victory over Eli Brandt of AGWSR. Fall of 58 seconds. Brody Roeder, AGWSR over Bryce Glider. Fall of 50 seconds. Dale Arkinson, Jacob Haley, Jared Grazow, and Tate Miller. All forfeits at 182, 195, 220, 285. Final score, team-wise, 59-24 advantage AGWSR. Back at it here at a 1 minute mark, 9-3 advantage for Denver's lightweight at 106, Rhett Bonnet. The release comes. And Steele will go down to his elbows again. There's a 2-point takedown, 11-4. Official is going to stop. And we've got another blood time to start that clock again. Coming out, looks like out of his nose. So we will have our training staff work with Steele and get that taken care of. See if I can get an updated score from down at Union. As the boys still looking to compete tonight. As last check, they were in the second, up down 28-25. Girls did get the win, 48-30. That was rescheduled from last Friday. when there was snow. Tomorrow night, as we look at the calendar, it's the end of the semester for Jesup and a lot of schools in the area. High school girls, boys basketball scheduled to travel up to Wapsie Valley tomorrow. For JV boys, varsity boys, and varsity girls. Middle school boys scheduled to play tomorrow night in this gym, I believe, or the North Gym against BMAP. And then freshman boys basketball against Indian Dunkerton on Saturday. High school wrestling scheduled to be at the Hudson tournament. And the Jesup Speech Showcase scheduled to take place in the high school building on Saturday. We'll see what the weather does to disrupt that schedule tonight and into the weekend. Out of bounds, reset them, bring him back to the middle. 33.5 seconds to go. First period. Rawlson tries to seat out from down low. Bonnet. Work that left side, and Steele keeps finding a way to pivot and advance. We're going to see a count. Bonnet keeps pulling that arm, 8 seconds. He's on his back. Is he flat? He's going to see 3 near fall as Rawlson will roll out of it. 3 near fall, making it 14-4. A 10-point advantage. Neutral position is the call as Rawlson will have the choice. So Steele, Hannibal collar tie-up right now with Rent Bonnet. 106 pounds. Denver Cyclone driving in there, and Steele does have to release. Also wearing out a little bit. We've had a number of blood time calls. I'm sure that's a distraction too, trying to make sure he doesn't have to spend any more time on that the rest of this match. In the down position after going out of bounds. Rawlson doing a good job holding his base. And Bonnet parallel on Rawlson. Rawlson looking to turn in, but Bonnet's going to follow right through, right along. Near fall happening. That right shoulder down. But Rawlson keeps managing to roll himself through. Official is holding 2 on the near fall. That's Bonnet. Has a 2-point near fall awarded. And still trying to find a way, and that's going to be the tech fall as that 2-point advantage goes for the tech fall. 20-4 the final, and that came in 3 minutes and 48 seconds. Hard fought for the sophomore Jayhawk wrestler. 5 team points go up on the board for the Cyclones. It's 60-3.
At 113,
113
for Denver,
pounds.
Joe Ebaugh. For Jesup, Carter Littlefield.
Joe Ebaugh. Ebaugh at the lighter weight. Third place, the Bob Rather invite. Keith Young able to get third place at that event over at Cedar Falls. 7th place at 106 in the state championship last year. after a first place finish at districts and sectional in 2018-19 season, and 5th place in the nickel. Cutter Littlefield. Still have decide who's going to take the advantage on the takedown is Joe, again 7th in state last year. Joe Eva is going to get that. Littlefield did have to release. Cutter, a senior on this squad, along with Brady Wilson, Isaac Kruger, and Keaton Roscovius. Coach Matt Goss, 5 open weights. Hard to compete when you're giving up 30 points in a dual meet. Thirteen seconds to roll, first period. Jim goes quiet. You hear the coaches, and there's the horn. Littlefield, and only down by 2, has to go belly down. Just trying to find an exit point. 2 guys again at 113 pounds and lanky structures. Can really stretch it out, get him some distance. Littlefield on the seat. Gonna roll through. Can he drive? Trying to fight underneath. Eba holding on. He's got those hips locked in on Littlefield. So we got an unsportsmanlike call from the official. So as we start here in the second period again, Littlefield again down. Littlefield just sitting tight. Here comes Joe Eba, again 7th in the state last year, 106 pounds. Finish out this second period, and Littlefield catches breath. Move on to that third period. I'm Nate Clayberg, Anthony Baugh on the controls tonight. Eric Clark on camera. And Eba going from seat, trying to spin out as he starts the third period, looking for that 2-point reversal, if not the 1-point escape. But Littlefield Doing a good job of just hanging tight. Who's going to release first? Watch on the interchange, interlock of the hands. Against Littlefield, that'll give 1 point advantage further to Joe Ebaugh. Ebaugh quickly to his knees. And Littlefield working high on those hips in parallel. Just going to try and force him down. Slow-moving match. And there it is. Tony releases, 2-point on the reversal. Littlefield hung on as long as he could. Third period going to come to an end. One more weight class to go, 120. And that'll do it. 5-0 the decision. Advantage Joe Ebaugh over Carter Littlefield at 113 pounds. And now Brady Wilson.
At 120 pounds, for Denver, Brooks Meyer. For Jesup, Brady
Brooks
Wilson.
Meyer will come out for Denver. Brady Wilson take his turn with a foot in the box, and the blue circle in right away. 2-point takedown. Brooks Meyer out of Denver. And that weight class, his 8th place finisher last year at 113 pounds in 1A. First place in his weight class at 113 in the district and sectional last year, and also a champion in the NICL. Won the Storm Invite, won the South Winneshiek Invitational. .110 to go, first period. Boys basketball, it is a final. Union defeating Jesup tonight, 51-48. And there is the win and the final match of the night. Wilson down to defeat by fall, 1 minute and 1 second. 58.7 seconds left to go, first period. Team score final, 74-2. And it appears we're going to have a bonus match out there.
Exhibition match for Denver, Alex Krabanoff.
So Alex Krabanoff faces Chris Vandenberg at 145. We'll keep on for this one. Vandenberg That's a quick fall. 20 seconds is what that took. Chris Vandenberg losing to Alex Grabenhoff in an exhibition-style match.
That concludes tonight's wrestling.
That is the
Thank
final
you everyone
tonight.
for coming. Have a safe trip
Jessup,
home.
a shining spot on the night. Jared Delagardelle, an 8-4 decision over Brody Shover, as that was the only points on the board team-wise for the Jayhawks. This is the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology. Invite you to join us again next week as we'll have our next broadcast or stream will be high school wrestling next week, as we will have AP and South Hardin in this gymnasium. The next basketball broadcast actually won't be until the 28th of January when boys and girls will host Denver. You can watch this entire match on replay on YouTube as well as on Facebook, as well as other athletic events from this season. Football, volleyball, wrestling, and basketball. All right here on the Jayhawk Sports Network, on Facebook Live, and again on YouTube. For Anthony Baugh and Eric Clark, I'm Nate Claiborne from the Hawks Nest tonight. Final tonight, Jesup loses the dual match to AGWSR as well as Denver. Music provided by bensound.com. Everybody, have a great rest of your night. Good night and go Jayhawks.